Dr. Liana Root is a breast cancer surgeon and the founder of Project Flamingo, an organization started with the idea to give each and every woman suffering from breast cancer the best care in the operation theatre. 10 years later, the organization has not only changed the lives of their survivors, but also the families as well. Dr. Liana and JT, welcome to The Loft.
Thank you so much. It's lovely being here with you.
10 years ago, you decided to transform essentially the lives of breast cancer survivors and breast cancer patients, one life at a time. So, I just have to rewind all those years ago. What did you set out to do? And now that you've completed an entire decade, how far has your work come?
Really, it started with just seeing how patients, especially in our public healthcare sector, struggle on their cancer journey, waiting for treatment, terribly, devastatingly long waiting times. And the aim from the very beginning was to try and make that journey a little bit easier. And when we started, we couldn't imagine that 10 years later we would still sit here and still going strong. The work is not less. In fact, it's probably more than ever. So,
yeah. So the time to make a difference is now. And we all know that with organizations such as yourselves, fundraising and raising money is essentially the lifeblood and what becomes the change. So please do tell me about the events that's happening this Sunday.
Oh, yes. So, I'm a surgeon, I'm not a fundraiser. So I need lovely, beautiful people, passionate people like JT and his team to help us and to keep the organization alive. So Project Flamingo is 10 years old this year, as you've said. And the running club that JT belongs to, called Omidra, is also 10 years old this year. So hence the 10 squared ultramarathon. So 10 times 10 is 100. So these men are actually going to run 100 Ks in one day.
Doctor.
Let's
just head over to the athlete, the Superman himself, Mr. JT. So please may you tell me a little bit about this feat and the idea behind it.
Okay. So, we as runners, we're a very special breed and we're always looking for the next challenge. And in a year like we had this year, 2020, with COVID being around, we were hungry for a challenge like this. And I spoke then to a few of my fellow runners, and we came up with the idea of doing a ultra marathon, but then not just doing it for ourselves, but then why not do it for a worthy cause such as Project Flamingo.
Wow.
And the aim is to raise 100,000, so that's why we're running 100 kilometers in one go for 100,000, which will ultimately affect or pay for at a minimum of 25 breast cancer operations, and it will affect the lives of at least 25 women out there that desperately needs this operation.
So if people out there watching right now, Mzansi, want to get involved and they want to help you reach that target, how are we able to do so?
Well, I think probably one of the easiest ways is to visit the Project Flamingo website. There's a bright pink donate button in the corner.
Can't miss it.
Can't miss it. Or actually follow us on Facebook and Instagram, particularly when you do the donation, to tag the 10 squared crew, so that we know that's where the money is coming from, or what the donation is for. And we promise that we will use that money well to change our community.
What does it take physically getting ready for a feat like this?
The guys have been really amped, they've been really dedicated. We're running at least a minimum of 120 kilometers a week in our training. We watching our diet in terms of what we eat, especially now with the build-up, because the race is happening, or the run, not the race. It's a run that's happening on Sunday, the 29th of November. And we're all running as one. We're all from different running crews, so they've got different strategies that they're using, but we're running under one umbrella, which is Project Flamingo. So I'm sporting our T-shirts that we're going to be running in.
Love them.
So I absolutely love it. The guys love it. They're even more psyched and more pumped to get going and just do their thing.
I love that. Thank you so much for coming through, Doctor. Thank you so much, JT, for coming through. We have to love a man in pink supporting a worthy cause. Now, what an inspiration Dr. Liana and JT and their team are to everyone out there, going out and doing their part to uplift and transform the lives of women suffering from breast cancer. Now, if you'd like to get involved and do your part, please do visit our website.